Hi, I'm Rosie. I'm going to tell you my grandmother's ghost story. This is the story as my grandmother told it to me. Grandmam was a Welsh woman. Like many Welsh women, she had a touch of the sight, seeing the future in the tea leaves, that sort of thing. When they first married, my grandparents lived in Wales, in a small house in a Welsh village where my mother was born. The house itself was about 100 years old, renovated at the turn of the century. Grandmam, who was a local girl, remembered a story from her aunt of the 3 coins and the mummified cat found in the walls by the builders. Grandad never felt there was anything unusual about the house, but Grandmam said that she always felt that there was someone else there with them. Someone who only grudgingly shared the space. She talked about shadows at the corner of her vision, footsteps in the hall when no one was there, and of course, the story of the cot. One winter, when my mother was about 9 months old, her aunt and uncle came to visit my grandparents. Grandmam put my mother down for a nap in the cot and came downstairs to drink tea. When my mother woke and started crying, my grandfather was dispatched to bring her back. When he came downstairs, Grandad asked, "Why did you open the window? And why did you move the cot?" "Well, I didn't," replied my grandmother. "It's far too cold for the window to be open." "Well, the cot is standing under the window and the window's open," said my grandfather. "Come and see." All 4 went upstairs, and yes, the cot was stood under the open window. My grandmother closed it, and my grandfather moved the heavy cot back to where it had stood before. No one could explain it. The cot was too big to be moved easily by one person, and would have made a noise being dragged across the floor. It was a mystery. A few years later, my grandparents left the house. Grandmam said that when she turned to take a final look before shutting the front door, she saw a man in black standing on the stair, watching her leave, with a little smile on his face. Shortly before the end of her life, I visited Wales with my mother and my grandmother. Mum and I went for a walk, and she showed me the house that she was born in. It didn't look ominous in the sunshine with flowers round the door, but my eye was drawn to an upstairs window and a flickering shadow there. Oh, it could have been one of the people who lived in the house, but I'll admit to feeling a little chill when I saw it. There and gone.